Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Adjust my camera a little bit here. I got some mail today, a few things I had ordered, and I thought I would share them and make a card as well. This first package is from Jenlee School Craft. And I found out about this company from Beck Ann over at Beck and Sam. I will try to link her channel too. But anyway, so you can get greatly discounted products from this site. Some of them are gently used. See, usually I will open my packages ahead of time, just so I don't fumble around like this. And I did not do that today. And then, of course, I have to get them out of the package. Boy, that was in there good. So, let's see what we got here. Oh, and I got a pick one too. So, the first thing I got, this is huge too, but of course you can cut this in half. But it's a doily die, which I don't have. And you have the outer, then this part, and then a small one. So, and I really got this more for journaling than cards. So the big size is like no big deal. Then I got this. This is called Faye Hideaway. Let me take it out of its package. So this is also in several different pieces so that you can cut out like the entire thing, or you can cut out bottom or top half. You can just cut out the circle. So it's got a lot of options. And if you can see down here, there's the fairy. So there's the fae. And I thought this was really pretty. Again, it's a really big die. But for journals or a landscape A2 card, like this half circle works perfectly. Actually, either half. It depends on what you want to do, what project. But so I got that. Then I got, they didn't have any of the tags that they didn't have any of the tag piece that goes with this. This was like a sort of a series or something. But you can cut out this huge circle. You can cut this out. And this is the one I saw Beck Ann do a card with. But I have two of those. I set them aside here. I have the present, and these will cut out just the tag, or it will cut this present out. And I also have the Christmas cracker. So I have these two that go with this. So that's pretty cool. I kind of think they've quit making these. I'm not sure. So I got these, and these were inexpensive. So let me put these up, or I just won't get them put away. And then this is an All and Create word die. So it is, excuse me, visible image. Visible image. Stay humble. You are enough. I am grateful for every day. Laughter is contagious. Be creative. I choose to let go of past mistakes. Gratitude helps you to love the life you already have. Happiness is found within. Believe in your dreams. Be content with the here and now. Positive thoughts create positive things. So I really liked this. I like the font. And I needed something like this to mainly for my art journaling. And then I got this fairy die as well. And I think the most expensive thing I got here was $7.99. And I can't remember if it was this or this one. Anyway, maybe two of them were $7.99. But that's a great deal on these. Just gonna set them back here. Then I just ordered two things on the clearance sale at Cat Scrappiness. And look, she always gives you like a little bag with a pen and a piece of candy in there and a thank you cut out. And I got this waves die, which I think will look nicer than me trying to cut out waves all the time. And then I got this big banner dies, or stitched banners, both on clearance. This comes with some little stars and a high word. I don't know how long she'll have these. But again, not expensive at all. I mean, really not at all. And then, because I obviously don't have enough pattern paper, I've actually, this is another order from Cardstock Warehouse. Which Sean Manley turned me on to them. And I've shown y'all other things I've gotten. I just ordered two things. Both on their paper sale. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me take this all out of here. So, anyway. They had been out. when I'd ordered before, I kept wanting to get their purple selection, and it was out of stock. It's been out of stock, I think, ever since my first order. And so they sent me an email that it had come back in stock. So I got it. And this is, again, this was $5.99 for all this cardstock here, because it's on there almost perfect. And sometimes some of these are cut wonky or something, or the corners are a little dented, or for some reason don't meet their standards. So there's this gorgeous lavender here. I love that. And this is all, heck, this might be 80 pound. Well, this has a little oopsie with the die here. But if you're using this for, and there's two sides to the paper, so you don't have to use that side. This is super pretty. Then there's, gosh, this pinky lavender. This is lighter. This is probably at least 80 pounds. This is probably like 65 pounds. This is more like super duper thick paper or really, really, really light cardstock. But for die cutting or for layers under something else, this is perfect. And I have been, honestly, I have been using the heck out of this lightweight paper that I got from them mainly for layers. Especially if you do something like Alicia over at Call Me Crafty Owl, if you do the sheet loads, or if you do Kendra's card challenge and you have a lot of mats, it's perfect so your card isn't too heavy. And look at this dark purple. That is gorgeous. And again, this is, can't really tell the weight on that. It's not as thick as this. This might be 100-pound cover. This might be like, I don't know. It's close to the same thing. So maybe 80 pound. And then that other one is probably 65, and this is probably like 80 pound. And then I put in my cart. This is a discontinued, and it's called Barely Green. It's a really pretty color. I'm just going to take out one of these, and I got the 12 by 12. It's a really, you can't, why does my camera keep wanting to go dark? Because it's super light in my, why is it getting so dark there? Anyway, let me hold it down here. It's a pretty, super pale green. Like it says, barely green. And I like this lighter color because you can ink blend on it if you want to. Man, let me turn it. I don't know why this wants to adjust and get darker when I'm trying to have my light really bright. I need to check the settings. Anyway, so those were the two things I put in my cart and paid for. Oh, for heaven's sake, I'll fumble with that later. Look at this. They stuck a bonus pack of paper in my box. It must be sort of a random thing. These are sort of look like sort of randomly cut. Oh, this is heavy. This is like very heavy paper. This is all like 100 and I would call some of these other ones cover weight. This is like a nice 100-pound paper. Maybe even 110. And it's all different colors. That's not really a craft. It's almost a cardboard color. And these are cut at about, it seems like they're not all cut the same, but it's about 5 7/8 by 8.5. This is like a not quite black, more like a sort of a charcoal. That's a craft. Oh, good Lord, look at that. That's a gorgeous blue-gray. Absolutely. I have been looking for a color like this. I wish it had a label on it. I've been looking for a blue-gray cardstock because I think that's a beautiful color. Then here's a deep blue. A green. I like this green, and this is all heavyweight. So far, none of this is light. Now, this is a little bit lighter. I spoke too soon. This is lighter than that. Oh my gosh. Stamper Girl would love this. This is like a neon orange cardstock. I'm telling you, like super neon. And these are cut at not quite 5 1/8 by 8.5. I'm sure these must have been like miscuts or something. Here's a fluorescent yellow. These are two different colors of yellow, and they're both pretty neon-y. This is a pretty butter yellow. That's more like sunflower, a darker sunflower yellow. Pretty, pretty papers. Then a super, that's a bright green. I wouldn't call it exactly neon, but it's a wannabe neon. And then you have this super bright one, which is it so far that this orange is the only lightweight so far. Super bright blue. Medium blue. This is really pretty. Really pretty. Pale blue. This is a little lighter. This is a heavy, nice heavyweight paper. Gorgeous blue. A brown craft. That is barely pink. That is pretty. This is almost so, my favorite pink cardstock of all time is from My Favorite Things. It was ballerina pink, and they no longer make it. It was fabulous because it was so pale pink, and it was great for like ink blending on with darker pinks, um, and great for die cutting flowers. It was such a beautiful color. And this is almost that same pale pink. And I only got one sheet of it. Then I got this purple and another blue. I think this is the same blue in here, isn't it? Yep, that's another sheet of that blue. My gosh, that was just in my thing for free. Wow. Wowie wow. That is a lot of cardstock. Come on, focus, focus. Wow. I'm just kind of shocked. Because when I first opened it up, I was like, oh, I didn't order that, did I? But it says bonus pack. That's fabulous. Now, and I have a card. So let me put this away, because if I just fling it over to the side here, I'm just going to have a messed up piece of cardstock. So let me get it back in the package before I'm very sad. Okay, now it'll stay nice and clean. And also this back in the package. And I'll tell you what, I got the package all messed up. I'm gonna fold this back up. I am going to snip the top off of this thing. And then I'm going to put it in that way. Usually the packages last longer if I do it like this. Rather than undo this every time, it loses its stick and it starts splitting. Wow, I'm kind of shocked there. And now I have some Happy Mail. This thing is thick too. So this is from my friend Maddie over at Empty Nest Scrapper. Super nice lady. Oh, this is a gorgeous card. I'm pretty sure she stenciled this background. It has gorgeous iridescent gems on it, drops, and I love this thank you. It feels so soft. Anyway, there's my card. Beautiful, beautiful card. And a really sweet, sweet note. Thank you, Maddie. So pretty. I love these iridescent gems. Let me see if you can see. It's like they look just more shiny, but they have that sort of rainbow look to them that I love. And also this weekend, Jamie over at Not Too Shabby, I love her papers. And her, actually, I like her papers and her stamps and dies. And she did a Cottage Roses retreat, and you can buy the Cottage Roses bundle. I know I talked about this on my last video. I wasn't able to get that this time, but I had so much like older, Not Too Shabby papers that I just used what I had. Lauren Taylor, what is her channel? Is it Lauren Taylor Made? I think. Now she did Copic coloring. She did the stamps from the stamp set that came in the Cottage Roses kit. I didn't have that, and I'm so slow I would never have gotten anything colored. So I used the watercolor roses paper that I already had from Not Too Shabby, and there were some cut aparts in that paper pack. So I just did the cut apart with the layers and used some Not Too Shabby little sparkly enamel dots and did my card. She is fabulous at doing coloring and making scenes, which is not exactly my jam. So I just did my usual clean and simple out of that really beautiful paper. Lynn over at LV Handcrafted did a mini book. You could use it for a lot of things. It's sort of a photo album. I'm still in the process of decorating this. My spine came out sort of ugly looking, so I think I am going to take a piece of pretty ribbon or fabric and glue on here so it looks more finished and you don't see like the yucky glue and the unevenness where, because it was made by me. But it's really cool. I think this was like Cowgirl Up was the name of this paper pad that I used here. I made a pocket. So I'm still decorating this, and I haven't quite decided what it's going to be yet. So where you glued your papers together, I made some pockets. This page was a boo-boo. Like cut the thumb notch, and I'm like, you dolt, that's not a pocket. So I just covered it up with the pattern paper. But you can see the papers in this paper pack were absolutely beautiful. And I liked it so much that I bought a second one of these, and I never do that. I never buy a second pack of paper like that. So we'll see what happens with this eventually. Jamie's project was this super adorable little gift bag. Easy to make. And it came, I messed up my first envelope, but she also had gave the measurements in case you wanted to do envelopes for these little note cards that you made to go in the. So you could use these as tiny thank yous, like, to give family or coworkers just to hand deliver, or you could use these for gift tags on a gift. I know you've seen me show stuff like that I have made because I love it. Oh, matter of fact, I think I've got a little set of note cards over here to the side. And then used some paper scraps for the handles, which I kind of messed up on, but it's not bad. So you can make a bunch of these, like if you had friends over, you could make them all one of these with some note cards to take home. I have not yet done Letty's project. Oh, here. So here's an example of one of the little cards I made out of scraps. Just to use like as gift cards or something for presents. So I did the card. I don't know where. I had another card done from Beth over at Bourbon Creek Crafts. And I think I set that one aside. I don't know what I did with it. I did Alicia at Call Me Crafty Owl. She did a mini slimline. And they're back behind me here in some of my mess. Because y'all know by now, I've always got a mess of stuff here. And here's the, here they are. Okay, so this was Beth over at Bourbon Creek Crafts. And she did a no waste with your 6x6 paper. One sheet of, let's see, 3 6x6 papers, and you get 4 cards. So there's one. And again, this was that watercolor roses paper, and I just fussy cut those little animals. Aren't those pretty? And like I said, Letty's is the only one I haven't gone back and done. I'm going to have to watch hers. Something happened, and I just... I forget what the heck happened that I didn't do her class. And this was Crafty Owls. And you got the 4 cards. So I did one as a landscape. No, did 2 landscape, 2 vertical. And then, last but not least, is Joy. What is her channel? Create It with Joy or something like that. So it's this fun fold, and it opens like this, and you can do another seam on the inside. Is that not really cool? And again, old, not too shabby papers. I stamped some of the images from this stamp set and die cut them because I bought the dies to go with this one. I think this is Tea and Honey, something like that. And I don't think any of these papers, this was available not too long ago, this watercolor roses, but I don't think anything else that I used is available any longer. So it's just another example of use what you have. And so I think I'm going to do a craft roulette card for this week. Using the scraps from that project. So because you die cut this out, there's the piece. And the project size on Craft Roulette this time, or the project, was a 4-bar card, which is 3.5 by 5. Carissa Wiley loves to do 4-bar cards. It just fits on there. So I'm almost tempted to use a piece of that Barely Green. Instead of, I already had this cut out because I didn't know I was going to get the other paper today. Let's do that. Let's use what I got today. It shouldn't take me long to just whack off a piece of this paper. I keep saying I need to quit buying paper, but do I? No. Although, like just today, I had found some of the recollections at Michael's. It was a pack of blues. I think it had 4 different shades of blue, and once I bought it, 2 of the shades I thought were just ugly as all get out. So I donated them to the library so they can use them in crafts. And I may start doing that. I had some grays that I had bought that were so ugly I wouldn't use them on anything. So I donated those because they can always use that stuff. So let me get this cut out. Oh, I did not do this right. You dolt. Oh, yeah, I could do this way. And just... Okay, so I didn't really do this wrong. I did, but I didn't. Okay. We're just going to do this instead of a side fold. We're just going to do it as a top fold. And get my scoreboard out here. There we go. You just have this little top folding 4-bar. And in the kit, because it had like chickens and sheep and farm animals in the cottage roses, they had a chicken wire stencil that came in the kit. But I just used, because of this bee paper, I just used this like honeycomb stencil for mine. And I'm going to take this down because, sorry, somebody's getting in the box over here messing with the paper. Cats are so funny. Okay, burn it. Okay, let's try this again. I am just going to do this in spots, and I'm going to use my vintage photo. That's what I used on the original card. Tell you what, hang on, let me. Excuse me, ma'am. You sure are making a lot of noise back there. I'm going to do some of this around the edges. I hope it's not going to turn out too bad because I'm going to go ahead and go in from the edges some. Normally I just do it on the edge to kind of knock out some of the white look. Cats like to steal the show. Have you ever noticed that? Even when they don't know. Hey. Yeah, you. Don't sit back there looking all innocent. Cats are bad. Cats are real bad. You know it? She's such a hoot. Spoiled, rotten. Oh my gosh, she is so spoiled. Okay, I can't find the end of my tape here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that keeps it down good enough. And I'm just going to do, how dark do I want to do this? Let me rub some of this color off, because I'd rather go back in darker if I need to. Let's see how we like that. No, not bad. That's actually way more than I thought I was getting on there.
Here's the forecast for tomorrow. Look for partly sunny weather with a high.
And then somebody wants to interrupt me with the weather too. So let's take the tape off. And we're going to put this down. I'm wondering if I want to pop it up. I think I will, because I don't really want to have to cut foam tape to, you know, because of all this right here. And I don't like to have it where things bend and get messed up. So I think I'm going to just put some foam tape here. Well, I don't think. I know I'm going to put some foam tape on there. And I know I must have said it probably 50 times by now, but I really like this thinner, lower profile foam tape from scrapbook.com. Tell you what, I sure didn't get that on there straight. Let's see here. Tuck on it. Okay, I'm just going to do that there. One thing about it though, it is super sticky. I mean, which is great for sticking it on on your project, but it does want to stick to your scissors for sure. Uh-oh. Cut a little piece off of there. Sorry, I'm getting off camera. Okay. I do not like to have anything that can get saggy. Jennifer McGuire once said, "No saggy middles," and I sure took that to heart. We had some excitement here the other night. Some neighbor set off fireworks that were, I think maybe I already told y'all this, really thunder boomers. Somebody called the police. Maybe I didn't tell y'all, but anyway. And for some reason, the police came to our house. I was like, But anyway, it was somebody back behind us. And I'm not talking about like just some little firecracker poppers or Roman candles or bottle rockets. These were like, sounded like a freaking cannon going off. It was actually kind of scary. And my husband went out and yelled at them, and I think their next door neighbor yelled at them, and I think that's who called the police. So anyway, they came and knocked on our door. I think they thought we called for some reason. You can call the police. But anyway, they walked back there and they found the people and talked to them. But I mean, it's legal here to shoot off the fireworks as long as it's not after 9 o'clock at night. But our son-in-law, he's a Army major. He did 2 tours in Afghanistan, and I think he has PTSD. It would not have done for him to be here when that went off. And people don't think about things like that. I mean, they should have like let their neighbors know, hey, look, we're gonna, and then we would have known, we wouldn't have minded. My husband wouldn't have been out there yelling at them. But it was like somebody's birthday or something. Here we go. But yeah, it was pretty frightening to just all of a sudden have all those explosions like right in your backyard. And I love this sentiment. It says, be kind, be joyful. And I stamped and colored some of the images from this stamp set that, you know, came with this. This was one of my junior bucks of the month. From Not Too Shabby back when I was getting it. I'm knocking everything over here. So I went back and I ordered the dies because they don't come in the box. I'm trying to find, oh, here. So I stamped and colored, and that's what I used for this card. That bee is so cute. It's got a little heart. So anyway, I've got a couple extra images I could either use inside here or just another card, which is probably what I'll do. So there's my leftovers. And I like it. I'll probably put a few gems on there. Enamel dots. I guess I could do that now, couldn't I? So one good thing about watching a YouTube, nope. You can just always stop it and come back and watch it later. Or if it doesn't interest you, stop it and move on. Here we go. Let's use our Not Too Shabbies on here. We have this pale yellow. Hey, that's the same. That is the same one. These are more this color. These are more of a lemony, bright color yellow. They don't really go. And that's a super duper pale yellow. So let's use these. I think I used these on that other card too. Oh. And actually, this has that grayish green. Well, that's a brighter green. Because I used up the bigger ones in this row. Come on. Just kind of stick them on there randomly. So I may use, nope, I want this over here. A bigger one of those and a tiny yellow one. It actually doesn't look bad. And there it is. You can hardly see the yellow ones. They're very matchy-matchy. And there's one down here. And hey, I just made a craft roulette card. 4 bar, 3.5 by 5. Craft store colors. Well, you know, good Lord, what color isn't in a craft store? Oh, one last thing I need to do because it said sewing or sewn. So to speak, we are going to, let's see, that's not okay. We are going to take a black pen. I have this set I got from Altenew when it was, I don't know if I got these. I don't think this was a freebie. I think it was just like on sale really cheap at one time. Very inexpensive, we shall say. So I don't know if I want to do the dotted line like that. Or if I want to do like the double line with a like that. I think I'm just going to do the dotted line. I thought about doing like a stitch to die, but none of my stitched rectangles is the size of a 4 bar card. So, because I was doing a different card before I had this little leftover piece. Okay, oh, sorry. I guess stitching takes a lot of my concentration. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's my sewing around the card. I actually kind of like the way it looks. And then stencil was the random parameter, and there's my stencil. So, well, I'm pretty proud of that. That is so weird how dark my it looks in camera, but anyway, I really like that card. So, oh, you know, I know what I was going to show everybody was some of my Mother's Day stuff from my son. He is so funny. When it comes to gifts, he and I love to go shopping together too. And I'm going to trip over my box here in a second. I think there was something he gave me that I've already put away. And I don't even remember what it was now. I'll find it and think, man, I should have shown everybody that. He got me this tin of cookies. I think it's like a $35 tin of cookies. And it's huge, as you can see. And these are some really good cookies, I'm telling you. I've been limiting myself to like 1 or 2 at night. I ate one of these caramel choco sandwich cookies last night. Oh my gosh. And these little candies are divine. It's some kind of white chocolate candy. Oh my gosh. I'm not a huge white chocolate fan, but those are good. And of course the cats have gotten on it and dented it some. Snot wads. And then, gosh, what else? Oh, he's so funny. I think he must have gone to the Japanese grocery store and got me these over to the side. Or he might have got these at Kinokuniya. So this is some kind of, it's called tomato candy. This one, I am not sure what it is because it's all in Japanese. And then he got me these little instant coffee packets because he knows I love coffee. I might have got all this at Kinokuniya. Okay. Then, I don't know if he got all this at the Japanese grocery store. Oh, I know what he got me. It's in the other room, so I'm not going to go get it. But it's this little robin, and he put it together. It's a little puzzle. It has a battery, and it sings when you shake it or you tap it, and it chirps. It sounds like, like a real bird singing. This is some spicy mustard in a tube. He gave me, these are things that you rehydrate for like your ramen. Those are enoki mushrooms dried. Oh, and he took me out to eat at my favorite barbecue place. This curry, Japanese curry mix. It makes sort of like a soupy stew. It sounds good. And then he got me these Hokkaido butter potato sticks. So he is just a hoot. I love him so much. And he has my sense of humor. He's very sarcastic. And then he got me this at Kinokuniya. put my little card to the side. I told him I wanted shades of blue and teal, and I'm sure he wasn't exactly certain what to get me. And over here I have another, let's see, that's that same blue. I think I'm just going to put this dark purple in there. I bought that orange one and then I didn't like it at all. So, isn't it pretty? It's all metallic-y and everything. And then after he bought it, he didn't realize there's a teeny tiny little chip right there. But, you know, I can just put like some Simon Hurley paste on there that matches that blue, and nobody will ever know. So let's see. So you take the little top back. These pins are so cool. I actually already have 2 of these pens, but I just like to have all these colors of ink. Let's see. Now my other one goes right in. Why? It's the right size. I know it's the right size. There we go. That was weird. Come on out. School was out here. They had graduation last Thursday. And my husband went to see, okay, there we go. Now it's in there right. His son's youngest stepdaughter graduate, which, it's a miracle. It is a miracle. Okay. That's just a household that's always got all kinds of, oops, trying to put it in backwards, all kinds of drama. Okay, there we go. And then, so you do it down like that, and then up. It's light blue. Then we have purple. And dark blue. So anyway, and it's fine line. And here's one of my other ones. I have pink, purple, and green in this one. And then I have one that I carry in my purse. I love these things. They also have them like with where you can put, I think, like 5 or 6 of the little pen cartridges, but they're too fat for me. So that is all I have for you all today. I hope you enjoyed, you know, seeing some of my little products that I ordered. If you want to go to Cat Scrappiness, I'm sure she still has a bunch of stuff on her clearance. a lot of really nice shape die sets. I think she even has, like squares, ovals, that kind of thing on her clearance. So go check her out. And Cardstock Warehouse, I just love them. I mean, those $5.99 packs, you order them by color family. So they have blue, gray, yellow, purple, red, pink, green. I don't know what else. And you never know what you're going to get in there. Like I said, a lot of it is super lightweight, but I really love it. I have been using the heck out of that paper. So anyway, and Jenlee, also good bargains on her store site, and I will try to remember to look all that up and put it down below in the description box. We used a scrap to make a craft roulette card, and we used some of our new paper, my new paper. But go check it out over at Cardstock Warehouse. I don't, not affiliated, don't have any affiliate links. I just really like a bargain. So, because, I'm cheap. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I would appreciate it if you click on the thumbs up. Any comments, let me know about anything you would like to see. Excuse me. Boy, this spring my allergies have just been killing me. This Saturday, Pink and Maine is having a foiling class. I don't know that you can still sign up for that. But I hope that's going to be a lot of fun. My husband ordered me a mink, the mini mink for foiling. I still haven't gotten it and don't know that I'll get it in time for that class, but if not, I'll be using my cheap old laminator, which is fine. It doesn't give you the best results, but I can at least get some practice with it during the class. And I will appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Well, if my mouse is not working, so y'all might be stuck here with me forever.